Good morning. Here are the Sanibel Island and Southwest Florida update as of March 1st, 2023. First, I'm going to read from the Sanibel Police Blotter, dated February 28th, 2023. There were no arrests last week. Other enforcement actions were: on February 23rd, a traffic stop was conducted on a vehicle for attached tag not assigned. The driver was issued one criminal traffic citation for no driver's license, never had one issued, and one criminal traffic citation for attached tag not assigned. The tag was seized and the vehicle was towed. On February 27th, an officer made contact with an elderly male who needed medical assistance at the Don X and Middle Gulf intersection. The male was very confused and did not know where his vehicle was located. Lee County EMS arrived and transported him to the hospital. On February 28th, officers observed a vehicle operating in a careless manner. A records check revealed a missing person alert out of Charlotte County for the registered owner. A traffic stop was conducted and the driver was confirmed to be the missing person who was having a medical complication. Sanibel Fire and Lee County EMS responded to the scene and transported the driver to the hospital for further care. Officers issued multiple warnings for violations of the city ordinance regarding overnight camping. The ordinance is basically camping is only allowed in designated areas, which on Sanibel is only Periwinkle Park. Side note, I'm sure someone is going to think that this is a homeless issue hitting Sanibel, but it is not. Visitors have tried to overnight camp on Sanibel beaches way before Hurricane Ian. I personally have seen people setting up tents on the beach numerous times when I walk the beach at night on Sanibel Island. This is an ongoing issue that pretty much all beaches in Florida experience. Plus, there is an increase in the nomadic lifestyle with people traveling around and living in their cars or vans and boondocking wherever they can. If you're not familiar with the term boondocking, it basically means camping outside of designated camping areas. Back to the police blotter information. The operational statistics for the week of February 21st through February 27th. There were 7 alarm calls. There were 42 911 non-emergency calls. There was 1 traffic crash, 62 traffic stops, 13 citations were issued, 12 written warnings were issued. There were 0 field interviews. There was 587 residential area checks. There was 447 business area checks. There were 2 reported burglaries. There was 1 reported thefts. And there was a total of 1,642 CAD calls for the week. The Sanibel Police would like to remind everyone that roadside parking on Sanibel is not allowed except in the case of special events requiring a permit. This is enforced and can result in a $150 fine. The City of Sanibel also issued a heavy traffic notice on the 28th alerting everyone to a crash on the causeway. The alert said, Lee County Sheriff's Office reports a traffic crash on the C-span of the Sanibel Causeway. LCSO personnel are proceeding to the area. The traffic crash is having a negative impact on traffic. Avoid the area if at all possible, end quote. I can see how an accident on the causeway would cause a major traffic jam. The causeway is currently 2 lanes, 1 lane going each way. Most of the road shoulders are blocked off with concrete barriers, so there really is nowhere to pull over if you get into a crash on the bridge. The only information I could find was that it was a 3-car accident with one of the debris hauling trucks. It looks like one car rear-ended the trash truck and then another car rear-ended the first car. I saw a couple social media reports that people were stuck in that traffic jam for around 3 hours. I couldn't find any news channels covering this specific accident because the news was focused on a much worse accident on the Bookman Bridge in Jacksonville, Florida, where an FDOT, meaning the Florida Department of Transportation, truck rear-ended a smaller truck, resulting with the smaller truck being pushed off the bridge. It's a very tragic story. It's heartbreaking to read about. Sorry to end this update on a sad note. Thanks for listening.